This is not the same Caitlin Clark the league watched last year. This version is rebuilt, recalibrated, and far more dangerous. The footage surfacing now represents a nightmare scenario for the league. What she accomplished in a single offseason is almost unbelievable, and it sends a clear message. Her impact is no longer building gradually, it's tearing through the league with force. Every clip from the leaked film shows intention behind each movement, and she's fully dialed in. She's entering the season with a sharper edge, and to understand how that edge was forged, you have to rewind to the moment her rookie year ended and everything went quiet. Once the playoffs wrapped up, she vanished. No media appearances, no photo sessions, no social buzz, just silence. While others stayed in the public eye, she disappeared entirely. But this wasn't about recovery, it was about purpose. She stepped away from the spotlight with a clear objective. Her days were spent away from cameras and deep inside the work. She cut out all noise and locked in. This wasn't trial and error, it was strategy. She logged every missed read, every timing issue, every lapse in tempo, and attacked those weaknesses relentlessly. Nothing was ignored. Every flaw became a focus point. She wasn't chasing attention, she was chasing improvement. Her off-season was private, disciplined, and uncompromising. When the footage finally surfaced months later, Clark looked like a different athlete. Her body has transformed, broader shoulders, stronger posture, and legs built with control and balance. The surprising part is that none of this slowed her down. This isn't bulk for show, it's functional strength. She's built to absorb contact and finish through it. Her base is solid. Her balance is tighter. Under pressure, she stays grounded and maintains speed without losing control. Beyond that, her responsiveness is sharper. She changes pace instantly. Every move is decisive. Contact no longer disrupts her flow. She absorbs it, continues forward, and stays efficient. Her mechanics are compact, her footwork is connected, and her drives stay smooth. But the physical transformation is only part of the equation. The real threat comes from the mental overhaul. Her off-season routine was surgical, arriving hours before tip-off not to shoot, but to sit in silence. Visualization sessions. Empty gyms. No distractions, no voices, just concentration. Every repetition mattered. Every minute served a purpose. No excess, only mental reinforcement. Last season, early games sometimes caught her searching for rhythm. This year, she's locked in before the opening whistle. She's processing the game ahead of the defense. She anticipates reads before they appear and delivers passes before traps are even set. Her film study has intensified, breaking down schemes, identifying tendencies, and calculating angles. Because of that, her reactions are faster and her confidence is cleaner. She's no longer adjusting mid-game, she's solved it before warm-ups. Her routine now begins at full intensity. From the first possession, it's go time. No slow starts, just pressure. The data now supports what the eye test shows. Projections point to a major jump in first quarter output. Clark is expected to start games with more composure, higher scoring, and fewer mistakes. Turnovers are projected to drop, even with increased usage, a rare combination. She's not finding the flow anymore, she's dictating it. She sets the tone early and controls it late. 21 points per game is the baseline, and that comes with more assists, smarter possessions, and cleaner choices. Her efficiency continues to rise. Her mid-range game has tightened, and her playmaking is opening space for teammates. As a result, defenses are stretched thin, and they're paying for it fast. Any hesitation in help defense gets punished immediately. She's dictating tempo now without pressing the issue, and that's what makes her influence so deadly. Her impact feels automatic, reliable in the most dangerous way. What makes this leap even more impressive is that much of it began last season without the type of support most elite stars depend on. So the real question is this: what happens when that kind of firepower finally gets the backing it lacked before? This year, the Indiana Fever front office clearly did its homework, and the results are obvious. This roster looks intentional from top to bottom. Kelsey Mitchell's spacing opens driving lanes that simply didn't exist last year. Aaliyah Boston controls the paint with strength, patience, and composure. Natasha Howard brings veteran toughness and size that forces defenses to stay honest. And Stephanie White's system ties everything together, keeping the ball moving and the floor stretched. These aren't just names, they're functions. Each piece plays a specific role in opening the game. On top of that, the pace has changed. The Fever move with purpose. Cuts are sharper, decisions are faster, and the ball never sticks. The floor feels wider because no one is standing still. With this lineup, sending a double at Caitlin Clark is a losing choice. Leave someone open and they burn you. Stay home and she finds the seam. Either way, you're exposed. This is no longer a one-player show. The pieces are finally in place, and the mastermind is ready. Clark has been waiting for this exact moment. Meanwhile, White is executing a full blueprint. From day one, she arrived with clarity. Her offense plays fast, attacks early, and keeps defenders guessing. She built in counters, triggers, and release options. Every trap Clark faced last season now has a built-in answer. Every stall has an outlet. Delays have been removed and replaced with choices. From the moment White took over, she wasn't observing from the sidelines. She was leading, running drills, and setting the standard. The response was immediate. Trust followed quickly, and chemistry formed fast. White also brought in battle-tested players from her time in Connecticut, athletes who already understood her pace and expectations. They blended seamlessly. They know how to move instinctively, play through chaos, extend leads, and protect them. Most importantly, White didn't just design a system for Clark. She built one that elevates everyone. She understood exactly what Clark needed and delivered it before the rest of the league could react. But a loaded roster doesn't mean the league is backing down. The tension is still climbing. Minnesota is quietly assembling a defensive fortress, and Nafisa Collier stands at its core. She's a specialist built to neutralize scorers like Caitlin Clark. Her positioning, timing, and instinct for disruption make her one of the toughest individual matchups in the league. The way she defends is precise and strategic, like a chess player thinking several moves ahead. New York presents a different kind of challenge. Their roster is deep, experienced, and playoff-proven, filled with shooters who stretch the floor and veterans who know how to grind through a series. They've been tested, felt setbacks, and learned how to close. While Indiana rebuilt, the rest of the league reloaded. No one stood still. They adjusted, retooled, and prepared for battle. Everyone is coming for Clark now, to slow her down and prevent momentum from becoming dominance. And that's why what comes next could reshape league history. Winning MVP in just your second season, especially in a league packed with established stars and hardened veterans, requires more than stat lines. It demands presence, consistency, narrative, and total command of the game. Caitlin Clark is stepping directly into that space. The same player who was face-guarded, bumped, and thrown off rhythm last year is now leading the most dangerous offense in the league. She doesn't just fit within the league structure, she shifts it. She draws more attention, more defenders, and more gravity than anyone else. Every defensive scheme bends. Every game plan adjusts. And now she's starting at full speed. That's the part that changes everything. From opening night, she's ready to take over. No easing in. Clark is attacking from the jump, and the MVP conversation is already knocking. But while the spotlight stays on one player, something much bigger is happening underneath it all. Ticket sales are rising. Ratings are climbing. Jerseys are selling out. Headlines are being written before tip-off. Caitlin Clark's arrival has become a movement. Fans are watching, showing up, and most importantly, staying. And here's the best part. It's no longer just about her. The wave she brought is shining light on the league's other stars as well. Aya Wilson's dominance, Jewel Lloyd's fire, Eric Ogunbowle's fearlessness, and Kalia Kappa's complete game are all being discovered by fans who came for Clark but stayed for the league. This isn't just growth, it's transformation. The WNBA is turning a corner in real time. Clark may have sparked it, but the flame is spreading through every arena. This isn't temporary, it's historic. You've seen the footage, the transformation, the mindset, and the movement. Make no mistake, This isn't just a hot start or a breakout season. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Drop your MVP predictions below. Because if this is Caitlin Clark before Game 1, the rest of the league better hope she hasn't reached her peak yet. And while Clark dominates headlines on the court, turmoil is brewing off it with one WNBA legend. Click here to watch Sheryl Swoopes go off after being fired from a Dallas NBA podcast alongside Cindy Brunson.